All right, since it's working a little bit, let's go ahead and curve trace some things. Let's see, let's do them in this order. Let's first do a 1N914 or a 1N4148, well, those little signal diodes. We'll do a 1N4000, and then we'll do an LED. Those are all diodes. And then we'll look at this one, which the way it's wired, it will show up as a base emitter diode. So it'll be a diode also, but it'll be the base emitter diode that we'll look at. So we'll look at all diodes here, and then we'll look at some transistors. We'll look at a 2N2222 and a 3904 NPN, and then a MPSA42, which is a 300 volt part. So we'll look at the breakdown voltages of these, and then this is a 300 volt part, so it should not have a breakdown voltage where these guys do. So let's take a look at all of those things. We'll take the hardest one here first. Pop him in. I have a little ZIF socket here that allows me to put parts in and out, so I'll close that. And we can go up here, we can see if the camera will focus. Come on, focus. There it goes. So you can see that we have a diode curve. So right now the x-axis is half a volt per division, and the 0, 0 is the first one in, first one that way, first one that way, so right there is 0. So it has a turn-on voltage of about half a volt and goes up. So that's the little signal diode. And now we'll put in the 1N4000, and basically the same thing. Looks about the same. It's a diode. Let me put in the LED. And the LED, ooh, much higher VF. So 1.5, about 1.7 volts. It's kind of fun because it lights up when you put it in the tester, of course, because it's doing its thing. So yeah, much higher VF curve. All right, we'll put in a base emitter junction. Should look just like a diode. There you go. Looks just like a diode. Okay, that was diodes. Let's measure some transistors. This one is a 2222. And it is too much voltage for this part. So I will reduce the collector voltage. There we go. Looks like a transistor. Looks pretty good. All right. So that's a 2222. And let's put in a 3904, a 2N3904. Now 3904 should have a higher beta. Okay. Now let's see if it does. And wow, you can see that the spacing between the steps is much, much larger. So it's got about twice the beta, maybe 3 times the beta that the 2N2222 had. So they have the distance for every amount of base drive, it's giving you much more collector drive, so that's more gain, right? So wow, much, much better. Okay, so that's a 3904. Let's go back to the 2222, or yeah, let's go back to the 2222. And I'm going to increase the collector drive until it starts going into breakdown. And I'm going to get my screwdriver in the slot. I need to put this in a box. Okay, so there we go. We're starting to see breakdown there around 50 volts. And let me put in the 300 volt NPN part. And we can see that it's perfectly happy at those voltage levels. It goes straight out there. So that is the MPSA 42. I don't remember why I needed the 300 volt part. I think it was for a radio application. I needed to buy some. So I think there's some funniness going on the refresh when the transistor turns on, then backs off. There's like a little whoop-de-doo sometimes that happens in the thing, and I think that might be some settling times that are needed. I could always change the firmware on my Arduino, so that's something I can tweak in the future. Or maybe it's some stray capacitance or something I don't know about. But anyway, it's allowing us to look at the VF curves of diodes. It's allowing us to take a look at a family of curves for transistors. It's letting us look at voltage breakdowns. It's letting us look at VBE drops. Let's show you one more thing before we stop this video, and that is the LED. The LED is cool. I like the LED. But let's put the LED in backwards. All right. And look at that. Let me, this might be overdriving it. So what is the LED doing? Let me turn, oops, there we go. So here's the collector voltage of about 30 volts. And here's 40 volts right at that line. And right around 45 volts, it starts to conduct. So diodes don't have great reverse voltage. This one is starting to break down at 45 volts. And if you'll notice a lot of applications where multiple LEDs are used, they'll have protection diodes in the reverse direction. A lot of times the COB LEDs and stuff will have discrete, I don't remember what kind of diode they use, but some kind of clamping diode in the reverse direction. Even single LEDs will have them, and that's because of this effect, that in the reverse direction, these reverse voltages can actually damage the LED. I don't know how stable that is. Let me put my fingers on it and see if I can get it to, I'm adding noise, but I wanted to see if the VF changes or not. I don't know if you could use these as a Zener diode or not. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, LEDs do break down in the reverse direction, and gallium nitride ones are notoriously bad for it, and they need to be protected with those reverse protection diodes in them. I don't remember what voltage those break down at. I suppose we could try one out sometime. We'll leave that for maybe a future video. But yeah, there you go. VR of an LED.